Welcome friends. We have to study science for 8th standard, chapter number 5th, inside the atom. In last lecture we have to seen the atom is the smallest unit of matter. The theories based on that are the Indian philosopher Maharshi Kanad, Greek philosopher Democritus, Dalton's atomic theory, Thomson's plum pudding model for atom, and Rutherford nuclear model for atom. In that we have to see Rutherford observe some observations about the experiment. The observations are most of the space in an atom is empty because 99% of alpha particles are passed through the gold foil. Very few alpha particles are scattered by some angle, that means there is a positive charge at the center of an atom, and very few alpha particles are not passed through the gold foil and reflect by 180-degree angle because electrons are continuously revolving around the nucleus. Then we have to study Bohr's stable orbit atomic theory or model. In that we have to see the electron revolving around the atomic nucleus lie in a concentric circular orbit at a certain distance from the nucleus. Energy of an electron is constant while it is in particular orbit, and when an electron jumps from an inner orbit to an outer orbit, it absorbs energy equal to the difference of its energy level, and when it jumps from an outer orbit to inner orbit, it emits energy equal to the difference of its energy level. Then we have to study about the electronic distribution of electron in a certain circular orbit. We can define atomic number. It is number of protons or number of electrons in an atom, and it is represented by capital letter Z. Atomic mass number, it is denoted by A, and it is the total number of proton and neutron in an atom in the atomic orbit. Then electron distribution of electron. As per the Bohr's atomic model, electrons revolving in a stable shell. These shells have a definite energy. The shell nearest to the nucleus is called the first shell, next shell is called second shell, and it is denoted by symbol KLMN and having number 1, 2, 3 and 4 respectively. So with the help of formula twice n square, we can define maximum number of electrons occupied in a given shell. For example, when we consider a K shell, that means it occupy twice n square, means twice into 1 square, that is 2. When we think about L, the number of shells or subshells in K is 2, so 2 into 2 square, that means 8 electrons are occupied in the K shell, and M, that is 3, that means 2 into 3 square, that is equal to 18. Number of electrons are 18. Then N, fourth one, so 4 square is 16, 16 into 2, 32 electrons are occupied in that N shell. Then we have to solve some tables given in the book. That is, for example, hydrogen having atomic number 1, that means electron number of hydrogen is 1, so it can occupy in the first shell, that is 1, so electronic configuration of hydrogen is 1. Then next one, helium having 2, So 2 electrons are occupied in the K shell. The electronic configuration is 2. Lithium atomic number 3, that means 2 and 1, so electronic configuration is 2 and 1. Then carbon 6, so in first shell it can occupy 2 in K shell and then 4 in L shell, that means 2 and 4 is the electronic configuration of carbon. And thereby we can solve other example with the help of that table, that is oxygen, fluorine, neon, sodium, chlorine, argon and bromine. Now we can solve any example with the help of that, and we can conclude about electronic configuration of that element. So electron in an atom are distributed in a shell according to their maximum capacity. The shell-wise distribution of electron in atom of an element is called as the electronic configuration of that element. Then valency and electronic configuration. Valence electron. It can be seen that the valency of an atom is related to number of valence electron in an atom. So look at the helium atom. Helium having electronic configuration 2, that means it can occupy the second shell and it is an stable shell. So there is no need of other electron to occupy that shell. That means helium is stable and it is called inert gas element or 18 group element or a noble element. Then for example we can solve the carbon. Carbon having atomic number 6, that means it has electronic configuration 2 and 4, means in first K shell it can occupy 2 electron, that is completed, and now 4 electron in L shell. That means carbon need other 4 electron to complete their octet. That means carbon having valency 4. So thereby we can solve sodium, neon and hydrogen also. For example sodium having atomic number 11, that means in K shell it can occupy 2 electron and in L shell it can occupy all 8 electron in a shell, and 1 electron is occupied in M shell. So only one valence electron is available for sodium, that means the valency of sodium will be 1. So we can solve the valency of each element with the help of electronic configuration. Next one, relationship between valency and electronic configuration. We can solve the table with the help of our electronic configuration knowledge. That means for example HCl, hydrochloric acid, hydrogen having valence electron only 1 and chlorine having also valence electron 1. So the valency of hydrogen in hydrochloric acid is 1. We can solve with the help of that table. For example 8 minus x, so valence number of valence electron will be x for each element in the cell or each element in the compound. So 8 minus 7, for example hydrochloric acid, the chlorine having valency 1, the electronic configuration of chlorine will be 2, 8 and 7. So number of valence electron in chlorine is 7, that is x, and 8 minus 7 will be 1. So we can solve with the help of electronic configuration the relationship between valency and electronic configuration of elements in a compound will be calculated with the help of that table. We can solve other examples also with the help of electronic configuration of an element. Now next table will be the element and number of electron in the outermost shell. For example, we can take the example of hydrogen. 1 is the atomic number, that means 1 is also the valence electron or outermost electron in a shell. For example, carbon, the carbon having electronic configuration 2 and 4, so 4 electrons in the outermost shell. For example, sodium 281, that means 1 electron in the outermost shell. Chlorine 287, that means 7 electron in the outermost shell. Nitrogen 2 and 5, that means 5 electrons in the outermost shell. So with the help of electronic configuration, we can solve also the second table that contains number of electrons, electronic configuration, and number of valence electrons and valency also. We can solve this table with the help of electronic configuration. Now, what is actually mean about the isotope? Isotopes are the element having same atomic number but different mass numbers. So atomic number is the fundamental property of element and its chemical identity. Some elements in the nature have atom with the same atomic number but different mass number. Such atoms of the same element having different mass numbers are called as isotope. For example, carbon has the 3 isotopes, namely carbon 12, carbon 13 and carbon 14. The mass number of isotopes is also represented by another method that see in the picture. The atomic mass number will be written on the top of the element. The isotopes have same proton number but different neutron numbers. For example, in carbon 12, number of proton will be 6. In carbon 13, number of proton will be 6. In carbon 14, number of proton will be 6. But different in neutron number, that is in carbon 12 that is 6. In carbon 13 it is 7. In carbon 14 it is 8. Now, what is the use of isotope? Isotopes of the elements are radioactive. They are used in various fields such as industry, agriculture, medicine, research field. Uranium-235 is used for nuclear fission and production of electricity. Some radioactive isotopes like cobalt-60 are used in the medical treatment of fatal disease like cancer. Iodine-131 is used in the treatment of goiter, disease of thyroid gland. The radioactive isotopes are used for detection of cracks in the underground pipes. For example, sodium-24 is used. Radioactive isotopes are used for the food preservation from microbes. The radioactive isotopes carbon-14 is used for determination the age of objects. Nuclear reactor. Nuclear reactor is the machine that generates electricity on the large scale by using atomic energy. In nuclear reactor, the nuclear energy in atom is related by bringing about nuclear reaction on the nuclear fuel. For example, nuclear reaction of uranium-235 on the bombardment with the slow speed of neutron. The nucleus of the isotope uranium-235 undergoes nuclear fission to form nuclei of 2 different elements, krypton-92 and barium-141, and 2 to 3 neutrons. On decreasing the speed, these neutrons bringing about fission of more uranium-235 nuclei. In this way, a chain reaction of nuclear fission takes place. A large amount of nuclear energy is released during a chain reaction of fission. The chain reaction is kept under control to prevent the probable explosion. To control the chain reaction in the nuclear reactor, it is necessary to decrease the speed of number of neutrons. For this purpose, the following provisions is made in a nuclear reactor. First one is moderator, that is graphite or heavy water is used as a moderator for reducing the speed of neutron. And second one is controller, to reduce the number of neutron by absorbing them. Rod of boron, cadmium, barium, etc. are used in controller. The heat produced in the fusion process is taken out by using water or coolant. Water is transformed into steam. By means of this steam, turbines are driven and electricity is generated. So picture in this PPT will be nuclear reactor of Bhabha Atomic Research Center, Mumbai. In India, total 22 nuclear reactors in 8 places are functioning. Apsara at Bhabha Atomic Research Center in Mumbai is the first nuclear reactor in India which went critical on 4th August 1956. India has a large reserve of element thorium 220-232. Therefore, Indian scientists have developed a future plan for nuclear reactor based on production of isotope uranium 233 from thorium 232. Thank you.